Be prepared for highly offensive language throughout, adult and sexual themes, and possible flashing images. Well, what a night. He positioned himself as the house chef, but tonight you decided that Hardeep was well past his sell-by date. But will the destroyer boil over when he comes to speak to me? It is time for Celebrity Big Brothers. Bit on the side! Penultimate show of the series, which means we are just one away from finale. I cannot wait for it. But after tonight's head-to-head, we lost another one of our celebrity housemates, and Hardeep is gone. Oh, but now we do have our final six. So, to confirm, the celebrities fighting it out to be crowned Celebrity Big Brother Champion 2018 on Monday night are Dan, Gabby, hi, I'm Kirstie Alley, Nick, Ryan, and Psychic Sally Morgan. We are going to be having a good old natter about which of that lot should win later on, but coming up tonight, Hardeep is whizzing his way down the hill to bots for a right proper roasting from us lot. Good luck with that one. I won't burn you too much. Emma Willis is going to be here for an eviction debrief. Queen Emma's going to be in the morning. And the amazing Luke Kempner is back. He's going to be back for another bite on the side. But before all of that, it is time to meet tonight's eviction panel, and what a lineup I've got for you. I went and blew the budget on this lot, so they better be worth it. The last time this one was here, he just received his OBE and we made a right old fuss, but he's been begging me to come back since, so I've made some room for him at his homes away from homes. It's my telly dad, Eamon. Next up, I thought he might not make it tonight because it is way past his bedtime, but he's tuned in to Bots tonight. His Capital FM breakfast host, my telly son, Roman Ken. And finally, she's a drag superstar from Down Under who revealed her Down Under on that catwalk a few months back. Back to deliver up some sass and shade. She's the reigning queen of CBB and my big brother sister, Corniac. What a panel, what a show. Eamon, I want to come to you first. Dad, has the right person gone tonight?
Well, Hardeep was my favourite for eviction. That's what it was. The danger is, of course, Hardeep is one of the last few interesting people, love him or loathe him.
True.
Will the house be poorer without his hairy chest and irritating ways and bad food?
Do you think we are going to miss him this weekend?
Well, I won't miss the hairy chest in the kitchen, which sort of brings me out in a rash. It makes me sort of scratch and things like that. Unhygienic. But I think the house, in terms of the dynamics of the house, someone to stir it up in there.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, whether you like Hardeep or not, he has been giving us some great content this week, especially. Roman, what are you making of tonight?
I mean, mate, Hardeep is a character, and that's why we love Big Brother. It brings in so many different characters, and as Eamon says, for all his faults, he's given us good telly.
He's given us something to talk about,
I'm a little bit gutted.
A little bit gutted?
Yeah.
Courtney. Sorry, Courtney's back, everyone. Look.
Exciting to be here.
Why is it taking you this long?
You didn't ask.
Liar! She's a liar!
That is a lie.
She
That's
is
a lie.
liar.
You did
Welcome
ask.
back. It's
Thank
lovely
you.
to have
It's
you
nice
back.
to be here.
What are you making of tonight?
It's just fun to be on the other side and watching everybody inside. And Hardeep, I mean, he's a button pusher, isn't he? He loves to push a good button, and I think
he's been pressing all the buttons.
He has. He's like that kid in the elevator that just goes, and then you get in and you're like, oh, fucking hell.
But we're going to miss seeing that, surely.
Maybe. I mean, thankfully it's only 3 days until I'm no longer current reigning.
Oh, babe, it's really awful. I'm not going to lie. When that next winner comes along, especially me working here, I was like, well done. Do you know what I mean? You're going to hate it.
We'll have a counselling session
We
afterwards.
will. We'll have a chat on Monday
please.
night. Well, him and Sally, they seem to clash pretty much every single day. I mean, what did you make of his relationship with Sally? Because them two just really didn't hit it off, did they?
Interesting, because they were in the same age bracket.
Yeah.
And actually, I think part of the strain with what was going on with Hardeep was trying to make friends with people who were not socially like him, much younger than him. And then it all becomes misinterpreted, as he might say. He actually would have had probably more in common with Sally, and I couldn't really work out why the two of them just didn't sort of talk sensible conversations.
They just didn't click, and tonight,
Nope.
I mean, it was like the ultimate showdown between them two. Let's talk about the rest of tonight's show, the internet task that saw Dan do a little striptease for Hi, I'm Kirstie Alley. Yeah, you know she'd like that one. Courtney. And she's lost 6 now. Kirstie enjoyed the task, but she
Yeah,
did think
she's only human.
his pants were too tight. Did you think Dan's pants were too tight tonight?
No.
No.
I thought they were too big. I was waiting. He tore off the trousers, and I was waiting. You know, I've been to a strip club or two in my time.
No.
Yes.
I am shook.
It's truth. And then they usually tear off the hot pants to reveal a unsightly but somewhat arousing neon-coloured G-string.
And we didn't get that tonight. Were you disappointed?
Yeah, and sometimes they even pull off the G-string and then they have like
Okay, we don't need to go there. God bless you. We did hear, though, some more of Kirstie's Hollywood tales, including an encounter with Woody Harrelson, which I absolutely love. Eamon, I mean, have you met the man? Have you had the same encounter with him in an airport?
I say to Woody all the time, look, Woody, just, you know, leave me alone, lay off. The joke's worn thin now, whatever, but he's such a prankster.
He's such a prankster,
that Woody.
He's a little prankster, that Woody.
He is.
I mean, we're living for a story, surely. Some of the stories that have come out of Kirstie Alley's mouth.
Whatever fee they've paid her has been worth it.
That is money well spent with Kirstie Alley, let me tell you.
I mean, she may go on to win. The thing is, has she been controversial enough? Has she been? She's certainly been lovable enough and interesting enough, but has she got that extra oomph, you know, to do it? I haven't heard anyone really say they haven't liked Kirstie.
No, I mean, I've had people say like exactly what you've just said. I really like her. You know, she's a nice girl, but has she done enough to win it? Roman, people might think, oh, has she done enough to win it? But she did poo herself in her own car, as we saw earlier tonight. I mean, was that a shock for you after all the glamorous Hollywood stories to shitting yourself in the car?
No, I mean, I think it's a regular occurrence in that kind of entertainment world. I mean, I do that every time I come on this show.
Yeah.
Given
Did you get your nappy, by the way?
I did
Yeah,
I mean, I won't sit up for a little bit.
Not at the moment.
Yeah,
Not at the
we're all right.
moment. Well, we're going to be chatting to you lot a little bit later on. But for now, give it up for my Friday night panel. This is what I'm talking about. Love the way. It's the right way. You work it. All right, it is now that time of the week that I look forward to the most. My hot date on a Friday night is allegedly ready and waiting. All rise for the grand dame of Celebrity Big Brother, Mrs. Emma Willis.
No, I'm enjoying it.
Over there, Well, what an eviction we've had tonight. She's saying her hellos.
Hi.
Close call tonight.
I just want to chat to these.
I know, Joe, I'm going to sit down, you just have a little chat. Hardeep,
Close call
Sally.
tonight. Do you know, I would like to know
How close it was.
what it was.
I would like to find
literally,
out
I
as
ran
well.
down a hill to try and get the legs of Courtney in heels. I mean, that's terrible.
I mean, look, she's got the legs out again. Can't deal
I
with
love
it.
that she's got the red bottoms on her soles as well.
Well, you saw my other bottom, so you may as well see
It was lovely.
my front bottom, my
I
back
think
bottom.
we're still seeing that one
We've
right
seen
now.
all the
We're still
bottoms.
seeing that one right now.
Roll it out.
Pretend like you don't like it.
Roman's a changed man. Emma, are we surprised that it was Hardeep tonight? You're sniffing the drink.
I
What
am,
is
just
it?
to make sure, because it was water
It is a
on Monday.
beverage tonight. We sorted it.
Am I surprised it was Hardeep? I couldn't call it tonight.
It was a really,
I think it was interesting, wasn't it? Because, like he said himself, he was up against some, you know, maybe the less popular housemates when he's been up before. And Sally was untested.
This one was a bit
Clearly
different
she's
because
popular.
of their relationship as well in the house.
Yeah.
I think especially more from Sally's part as well. We
Yeah.
saw her relief tonight, as it was called out, that it was Hardeep.
Yeah.
The fact that them two didn't get on that well, were you
Yeah.
surprised that at the end of it, it was Hardeep that went?
That'll be a no.
Yeah.
I don't,
The Willis translator on the end. I'm
no,
like...
I mean, like the rest of the house, I kept thinking, is he going to go all the way? Is he going to go all the way? Maybe not win it, but is he going to be one of those that survives every single time?
I
he's
thought
up?
he would have tonight,
Do you know what I mean?
purely because of the sheer fact of where it's become like a recurrent thing that he's been saved every single time. I genuinely thought the public would pick up the phone and go,
This was
one
the
last
first
time.
time he was up
Yeah.
against someone who wasn't disliked as much as he was.
Yeah, that's-
This was the first
exactly.
test.
Is this the final 6 you expected, though?
1,
Eamon, what is that?
3,
That's a no, isn't it?
4.
5.
Yeah.
6.
I reckon that is a strong final 6, and I think you've been able to call it all the way through, I feel. Do you know what I mean? My feelings at the beginning of the series are my feelings still at the end of the series
It seems
about
like
how
we've
I
gone up
feel
and
about
down,
certain people.
but
Mine
everyone's
have kind of
views.
remained the same.
Well, that's lovely to know. I feel that was a bit emotional, actually. I don't think you've ever said that to me before about a series. Well, listen, as you know, here on Bots, we always like to have a bit of fun, don't we? It's what we do. We like to have a bit of fun on Bots, and there's no exception tonight. So, Emma Willis, bring your beverage if you want, but please step this way, because it's time to play...
Oh, you big slut.
Come on, you. Right, now, I'm not going to lie. This isn't the first time you've pulled my big red lever, is it? It really, really isn't. So if you remember at home, all you've got to do is pull my said big red lever on the slot machine, and my big old slot will reveal... It's lucky I'm not Northern. Will reveal 3 images related to some of the biggest storylines of the series. Are you ready? Stop it. Don't, because I'll go. Just go and pull my big red lever. Here we go. Go on, girl, that's it. Get yourself back up here. Right, so we have got
Yes.
Sally, a question mark,
Yeah.
and a post letter, shall we say. What do you think the story is?
Sally, a letter.
Yeah.
Sally not winning the letters.
You think it's Sally not winning the letters? Should we find out? Yeah. That is right! That's when Sally got asked to
Okay,
guess the letter
yeah.
from home. She didn't get them.
No.
Are you surprised with the gift?
What? No, because the gift isn't guessing numbers, is it?
Well, I don't know.
The
Maybe
gift
someone
is
could have come
feeling,
through.
It's feeling the spirit.
Yeah, maybe the spirit could have went, oi, Sal, don't go to number 6. Right, get yourself down there, pull the big red lever, here we go. Yes, that's it, girl. She's having a good old fella, that one.
It felt very nice, that one.
OK, so we've got Nick,
Yeah.
we've got a papaya, and we've got some bars from jail.
Well, the thing we did learn is that the papaya doesn't go up the bum,
The papaya never goes up the bum.
but something goes in the papaya.
And what he said... No, we don't need to go there.
No.
She's got it right. We know
Yeah.
what one that was. All right, we've got one last one. Get out to my big red lever. Go on, girl. Give it a good old pull. Oh, that was definitely a good one. Yeah, she went
felt
right down
really
with that
good.
one. That was a tough one. OK,
Yes.
so here we've got
Yeah.
Hardeep.
Yeah.
We've got a television set.
Yeah.
And we've got Gabby. What do you think the story could be?
Hardeep watches Love Island.
No. I can neither confirm nor deny that rumour. What do you think it could be?
Telly, no.
Telly,
Hardeep.
Gabby. Oh, maybe...
What?
Amen, put his hand up.
Huh?
When Hardeep said, would Gabby
Oh, when
be
she gets
the,
off of the telly.
would Gabby be the same off telly as she is on telly?
Amen gets a point for that one, well done. Have we got time for one more? I don't think we haven't got time for one more.
Do you know what? What you need to keep in mind when you meet Hardeep, you only need 3 questions.
Do you know what? I'm just going to take the one and let him run.
Because he loves to chat.
Well, I'm looking forward to that.
I had
chat.
15 and I got through 4.
All right, well, I'm just going to go for one and hope for the best. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Emma Willis. Right, still to come, as Emma said, Hardeep is going to be here for another. There he is. Plus, Luke Kempner is back with another bite on the side. But first, on Monday night, you are going to deliver your final verdict and crown
Who's
your
gonna win?
Celebrity
Who's gonna
Big
win?
Brother
Who's gonna win?
2018 champion. So, as ever, who wins? You decide. Here's all the numbers you need. This week, Dan, Gabby, Kirsty, Nick, Ryan and Sally all face the public vote. Who wins? You decide. From a landline, call 090 20 44 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to win. From a mobile, call 650 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to win. For Dan, add 03. For Gabby, add 04. For Kirsty, add 07. For Nick, add 09. For Ryan, add 12. For Sally, add 13. Calls to the long number will cost 50 pence plus your network access charge. Calls to the short number will cost 50 pence. Voting closes in Monday's final. Votes cast after lines close won't count. If you're watching on catch-up after that or outside the UK, please don't vote. You can find terms on the Big Brother website. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. Still to come, Peter Destroyer, who snored his way through the Celebrity Big Brother house. Hardeep is in the building! But tonight's eviction has got you lot whipped up into a Twitter storm, so it's time to log in and see what you've been tweeting. He is back. Give it up for Luke Kempner with another butt on the side!
Hello, darling.
Hello,
Nice to see you.
Ryland Shark.
Ryland Shark, yeah.
What's going on?
Well, I'm good, man. I'm good, thanks, right? And I'm sat here with my new best friend. It's my boy Biggie.
Oh, big up, Biggie.
Big up, Biggie.
Yes, Biggie.
That's his way of saying hello. Now, let's see what Biggie's got for me. What have you got for me, Biggie? Luke and Ryland have an aiming off. Well, I think we can have an aiming off. That sounds fun, so it is, doesn't it, Ryland? Don't you think that'd be a...
Shut up, Ruth.
Right,
I don't know. I mean, I was at my Declan's wedding.
Oh, that's lovely to hear.
My wee Declan.
Joe, I tell you, it's...
Oh, he's married a beautiful girl, my wee Declan.
Right, so it is. I tell you, Ryland, it feels like Eamon's in the room.
It feels like
does.
Shut up, Ruth.
You know, it's actually...
Eamon, are you in the room?
What is the situation?
It's like we're more Eamon than Eamon.
We are more even than shut up, Ruth.
Shut up, Ruth. Now, actually, now look, I've been looking. The tweets have been flying in.
I can imagine.
The tweets have been flying in. All right, it was time for a Lukey look at Twitter.
Love a
as
Lukey
always.
look.
Love a little Lukey look.
Yeah, watch
A woo.
out.
Okay, I'll get a T-shirt with a hashtag.
Better than last week.
Yeah. You're the best, guys. Now, the first tweet I've got from you is from @CheekySausage.
Oh, actual real handle as well.
I mainly picked it because of the name.
Yeah.
They say, hold your head and heart high, Hardeep. Your housemates may not like you a great deal, but many viewers do.
Hey, oh, that's nice, isn't it?
And actually... Hardeep, brethren, I'm actually a professional comedian and professional cook. Some people might say I'm a professional cock. I mean, spatchcock, brethren. And don't let me anywhere near a spatchcock, though, because I'll smash the living daylights out of it,
that's
brethren.
hot chicken. That's hot
I
chicken.
will. Now, we've had another tweet. This is from @Looking for Lewis.
Oh, I wonder if they found it.
I don't know if it's the place or the person.
Don't know.
And they said, OMG, I'm so happy Sally... I don't know if they talk like this.
They probably don't.
I'm so happy Sally stayed. She has been hilarious all series and really deserved a place in the final.
Well, that's nice. That's nice for us, Sally.
And I've got another pair of glasses.
Yes.
Well, Ryland, I'm going to put these down, darling. Can I hold your hand?
Oh, I'd love
Is
it.
that okay?
Yeah.
Am I okay to carry on?
Yes, please do
Thank you,
so.
darling.
Please
Now,
do.
look, I don't always see things coming, my darling.
No, dear.
You know, call me psychic.
Yeah.
No, call me psychic.
Psychic.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
Sally,
It's a
yeah.
little joke that
Yeah.
I do every time.
Okay.
Well, look, I may have survived against the destroyer.
Yeah, please
Stay with your
don't.
hands.
Yeah.
Now, I may have got this one wrong,
Yeah.
but Ryland, darling, I've still got a gift.
You got a gift,
Thank
darling.
you. Okay.
Got a gift. She's got a gift.
Now, look.
The Sally kills me every
I love it.
time.
She's my fave. Now, look, we're talking about Twitter, and
Yes, we
Nick
are.
said the other day that his Twitter followers might have increased.
Yeah.
He said they should be up to about 23 by now.
We can only...
Little joke there. And, well, actually, they're up to 22.2 thousand. That's a lot! He smashed it. That's a lot of more than me. Furious. Now, you know, hopefully he won't lose them all by the end.
Little
Because he lost the money,
He lost a
little
lot of money.
background gag.
That one didn't fall that well.
No, not so
No.
well. That's again. You
and take.
mentioned it.
Yeah.
But now look, Ryland, it's the end of the series.
I need to ask you this.
Yeah?
Because I haven't asked you this all series.
Oh, God.
Who do you think's going to win?
Okay. I think it's going to be Ryan. Yes, Rob. It's going to be Ryan. I can't believe it! Yes! Rylan and Ryan, we've got like the same names, bro!
I bet you can't wait till this series is over because your throat is
Oh,
going
it
to
really
kill.
hurts, didn't it, Ryan? That hurt, didn't it, bro? It hurts!
Yeah.
But I love it. Thanks very much.
Well, listen, I love you. Ladies and gentlemen, give up a Luke Kemner, everyone. See you here on Monday. See you Monday. Love you. Love you. Right, this is it. Get your earplugs at the ready because I've got the man with the biggest roar. Well, actually, I mean biggest snore. He can whip up a lovely meal with a side order of whip, but tonight, it's you lot that had the last laugh. So show him how deep your love is. Give it up for Hardy!
Congratulations. Well done. Come over here, you. Right over there.
Hardy, everyone. Hardy!
Where's that bloody Luke Kempner?
He's gone, he's done a runner, he can't handle the heat!
He's such a lovely, talented man.
Hardy, it's lovely. Well, it is lovely to speak to you, but it's not in the circumstances.
You know...
How are you feeling?
Honestly, I don't know how I feel. I've been, we've never met before,
We
so
haven't.
I can't help but be excited to meet you.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
stop
Well, no, it's, I love telly and it's great to see
it! But
folks.
this is how I feel after watching you guys for 24/7 every day.
I know. I mean, listen, I was winning the day I walked in, It's not my world, and I wanted to come and do it because I've been linked with the programme since before it started.
Yes.
And I just think since it's come to this channel, it's kind of revamped and rejuvenated itself, and it's doing closer to what I hoped it would do. But do you know, if I've got one thing to say, it's thank you so much to the public. I mean, because, sweetheart, let's be honest. Trey's descriptions, people were inundated with letters saying he's not a fucking celebrity. And I'm surprised Sally didn't see this coming tonight. She's been so successful.
She has got a
all
gift,
the way
though,
through.
Hardy. She's got a gift.
She's got a gift. Quite what for? We don't know.
But I need
she's
to...
got. No, listen.
Shade. If I had my Shade fan, I'd get
She's
my Shade fan.
a fascinating woman, and I'm really glad because she really wanted to stay. I wanted to stay, but for me, I'd achieved what I wanted to achieve, and it's not where I belong.
Do you know what? I'm going to be honest, because now you're out, I can say how I feel. I love Sally. I think she's a great housemate. But there was a really big part of me that was wishing you got through tonight, so you would be the destroyer the whole way through. You literally knocked everyone off the perch.
Maybe so, but I think what's really insightful is the first time I was up against the genuine big hitter, the destroyer, was destroyed.
Yeah. You can't. I mean, Natalie, how did that make you feel when she found you?
Listen, I don't know how you felt, how the public felt, but I was absolutely certain I was coming home, and gutted. I didn't, why do this? I've been asked before, and I really want to do it this time because the team have been just delightful and wanted me to do it for the same reasons I wanted to do it. So I wanted to stay a bit and, just maybe try and change the conversation and, maybe people are saying there are far too many Glaswegian Sikhs on telly. Fuck off, mate. And I understand that. But no, listen, there's some cracking people in there, and even the best of friends under that sort of pressure and tension. And also, fucking what a snorer. I'm just.
Oh well, we are going to be talking about the snoring in a minute, but I want to.
Are we great? Because I'm not tired of fucking talking about it, mate.
Do you know what I mean? Like you ain't had enough of it. But moving on, I want to talk about your time in the house because you were the house chef. You made it your own. In fact, I'd like to be invited to your next dinner party. I'm just putting it out there. I like my beef really well done, and I know that's a bit of a sin. But with that in mind, Hardy, I've been waiting a long while to say this. Take a look at that screen because it's time for your bots bits.
Let's meet tonight's celebrity chef.
Who's hungry?
Change who you are. He's witty. Some good one-liners. He's a great chef.
I fucking love cooking.
I was worried about the cooking situation, but he's just completely taken over.
I'm a chef and a comedian and a presenter and a broadcaster and a writer.
Well, that's clear then. Here's the menu. Interesting main. What do the housemates think?
Salmon
makes
with
sense.
tuna sauce.
Yeah.
That don't even make sense.
They're not convinced. Let's test out the starter.
No, I don't think I like that. It's too strong for me.
That's one thing I wasn't expecting.
Off to a shaky start then, but the top's off and it's on to the main course. Will Hardeep's double fish delight have them hooked?
Jay just said, what would we eat if we didn't have hard dip here?
Main course is a cracking success. Still need inspiration for dessert.
Apple and milk is not ideal, is it?
Apple and cinnamon and milk's all right, though.
And there you have it. Eureka! What's the housemate's verdict?
I was on the shitter all fucking morning.
A resounding success? Final thoughts?
I just worry about what they're going to eat when I'm not here.
Well, Hardy, if anything, I would come round for dinner.
Can I just say one thing? Go on. I'm sure Natalie was on the shitter, but with her mouth down, because that's what most of the shit was coming out of.
Oh, he's doing a shave again!
Oh, yeah, the destroyer.
I cannot wait for Monday night on this
shit,
show.
fuck, she's here on Monday.
No, it's all going on Monday.
No.
Well, listen, we need to talk about some of your antics.
Antics?
Yes, and you did say, and they did give you a bit of a rough patch in there, I'm not going to lie,
Yeah.
for your snoring, and you can't help it, but I'm going to let you hear what the housemates heard. So this is what you sound like. That is you. That is your snoring.
So can I just clarify one thing? That was me climaxing. Can I just... Because I've sent most of the women in my life to sleep anyway, so I'm that dull in bed.
But this made, I mean, this was a big storyline throughout the entire series. We see Gabby getting up, waking you up, you sleeping in the garden. Has it ever been a massive problem for you in the past?
The thing is, the reality is this. Normally, I snore, I knew I snore. I pointed it out before I came here. But normally I'm with people I love or my family and stuff.
And they can't disown you?
Well, no, but do you know what? Bizarrely, some people don't take the housemates as a common reaction. Some people like me and they put up with stuff. What I found, and I know this is lighthearted and all that, but what I found really upsetting was I couldn't do anything about it. I tried so hard, and also it got to the point where I snapped today. I overreacted to a situation because what I've been doing is I've been fighting sleep. Especially when Ryan wasn't well.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, everyone loves Ryan. How can you not love Ryan? You know, we've had our... I mean, he's going to win it for me, you know?
You think he's the winner?
I just think he's... For a man to have gone into Corrie at 16 and spent half his life with the highest profile to be so well-adjusted, so down to earth...
He's dealt with a lot of things in that house well.
Yeah, but what really got me was he's not afraid to show his love for his brothers. And I just think if we had more men like that in the world would be a better
Totally
place.
agree with you on that one. I really, really do. Hardy, I need to say to you, because we are running out of time here, but you're going to be joining us after the break as well. I was going to ask you want to win, but I take it it's Ryan.
Listen, I think it's going to be around. I'd love Gabby or Dan to win because I think it would do more for their careers if this is what this is about. Kirstie Alley, what a fucking dream that woman is. I mean, beyond.
Unbelievable.
Capital letters. And, you know, a lot will be made of my disagreements with Sally, and sure, they're there to be viewed. We don't get on. But the last thing I say about Sally tonight be, there is a lot about that woman that really ought to be admired. In a man's world, she busts through and fucking owns it at the top. She's touring the world, doing what she's doing. Whatever it is she's doing, she does it brilliantly.
We've got to appreciate that. That's a real gentlemanly thing to say. Honey, no one goes away empty-handed on this show, and I'm very, very proud to give you your very own set of Ryland's Farewell Fame. I'm going to look after them, but come with me, you. Come over here, because, unfortunately, guys, this is the moment they all dread. Hardy, it's time to spin you round. It's time to turn you red. But you have been such a memorable housemate, ladies and gentlemen. One more time, let's hear it for Hardy. Get yourself over to that panel, man. That's debut. All right, still to come tonight, I'm going to be getting to the truth of the matter as Hardy pops into my tea room for some authenticity. Who could resist the chance to sample my fondant fancy, because it's your Friday edition of Spill the Tea! Oh, I can't wait to start dipping my bits in that cup. I'll see you after the break. Oh. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. So, as you now know, we have Dan, Gabby, Sally, Nick, Kirstie and Ryan all in the final. But who do our panel and audience think should finish in first place? We have got, wait for it, a whopping 35 seconds on the clock to talk about each of our final 6 housemates. When the time's up, you hear this. Oh, it frightens me. So first up, let's start with Dan. Start the clock. Courtney, Dan.
Oh, Dan. Oh, he's a tattooist. He could stick his needle anywhere he wants.
Roman.
I'm going to go...
Gabby. Eamon.
Well, it could have been him. The nicest things in the house were said by him.
Don't sing it, I can't afford
And the
it.
nastiest things in the house were said by him, and people don't know who the real him is. As Bob Monkhouse said, when you can feign sincerity, you have it made. That's what you've got to work for.
Hardy.
I love this
Dan,
guy.
what are we making of Dan?
I like Dan. My two favourites, I'd like Dan or Gabby to win because they do the most for their career.
Right, well, let's move on. He's just mentioned her. Gabby, start the clock. Gabby, Hardy.
Gabby could really... You know, she's on her way. She's a bright, young, confident woman who has excellent clothes. And I know, yeah. I mean, listen, she's in with a chance. She's in with a chance.
You like her. Dad, keep it brief, Gabby.
She's not going to win. She's not going to win.
You don't think she's going to win?
She's absolutely not going to win. When you take the interest out of the house, which are contestants like Hardeep, you've got trouble. And the only one, you pick the nice one, which is Ryan, and the interesting one, which is Kirsty, but it's not going to be Gabby.
Thanks for keeping it brief, Dad. Roman.
I hope that she wins so that hopefully she doesn't keep posting Match of TV on Instagram.
Right, next up is our resident psychic, Sally. Start the clock. Let's come to you guys. Sally.
No, she won't win. Sally won't win, but she'll be in the finals, but she won't win.
Well, she's definitely in the
she's
finals, darling. You've got to be psychic to know that one. Does anyone want Sally to win? Anyone want Sally to win? Anyone want Sally? Courtney, what are you making of Sally?
Psychic Sally is so psychic. You say how psychic is? Oh no, that only works on Drag Race. Psychic Sally is so psychic she could predict a Trump-supporting Scientologist to win.
Yeah, oh, OK. Roman, what are we making of Sally?
Sally's great. I just don't know if it's going to carry her over the line, unfortunately.
Dad?
Without Hardeep, she's not interesting.
Hardy. Oh! OK, well, let's start. It's now time to talk about Nick. Start the clock. Hardy, you got on well with him?
I think Nick's a man of substance. I'd love for him to win, but he won't.
You don't think he will?
No, because he's playing a game and he's not committing himself to the process fully. Just because it's nothing for him to gain. He's been through tougher stuff than this.
Dad?
Yeah, so he wasn't like a nasty shit like you then, basically.
Roman, what are you making of Nick?
I mean, just by the pure fact that the entire audience all shaking their head for the last 30 seconds that he shouldn't win, I don't think he should.
Courtney.
Some people might see a bald head, but I see a solar panel for a love machine.
Right, let's move on to our next finalist, Ryan. Start the clock. Courtney, Ryan.
Ryan. Oh, everyone loves Ryan. He's like Raymond.
He's like Raymond. Roman.
Been through one of the toughest things I think we've seen for so long on British television in history. So I think, what a lad, completely done himself proud. Come on.
Dad?
I'd be very surprised if he doesn't win.
Hardy?
I've had a couple of differences with Ryan, but he represents what's best amongst men and people, and I think he is a credit to his family and this industry. And I predicted from the get-go.
Oh, that was lovely! And finally, we need to move on to, hi, I'm Kirsty Alley. Start the clock. Kirsty Alley, Hardy.
Listen, they say be careful, don't meet your heroes, but what a woman. What a woman. Put her on the train to Barking. She's staying, getting off, and redecorating the fucking station.
C2C from Fenchurch Street. She'll love it. Dad?
Tremendous booking, tremendous turn, and the only rival to Ryan.
Roman.
She's just Mrs. Anecdotes,
Yeah,
to be totally honest. Anyone that can come on Big Brother and talk about pooing non-stop and making everyone
Good luck.
It's always great.
Courtney, it's Kirsty Alley.
I remember the first time I shat myself in public. Kirsty just reminded me of that. But the good thing is when you do it the second time, you know what to do.
Oh, well, we're out of time talking about our finalists. Very quickly down the panel. Courtney, who would you like to see win Celebrity Big Brother?
Ryan.
Ryan.
Dad?
Ryan or Kirsty?
Hardy?
I'd love Kirsty to win, but I think it'll be Ryan.
OK, well, there's one person we haven't heard from, and that's Metin, our local Bournemouth kebab man. Let's find out what the word on his street is.
It's a final next. Who's going to win? Maybe Dan, big guy from Toby, or the guy from Coronation Street, or that American lady, Kirsty also. I don't care.
That's why I love Metin. Kirsty Allsop, not even in there. Right, well, it is now that time in the show where I like to treat my evictee to a lovely cup of tea. So, Hardy, it's time to take a seat, because it's time to spill the tea! It's time to spill the tea! Hardy, welcome to your tea room of nightmares. I need quick-fire answers from you, but before we start, do you fancy a finger?
No, thank you.
OK, my darling, here we go. No shade, no tea. Whose tea was a bit weak for your liking?
Probably, ironically, Dan.
Dan? Who was the jam to your scone?
Nick.
Who do you think's having a piece of cake in there?
Ryan.
Who was the biggest tease?
Kirstie Alley.
OK, I'm Kirstie Alley. Who put the cream in your cream tea?
Big brother.
I like that one. Who had a cussed hard time in the house?
Ryan.
Ryan. Who always looked creme fraiche?
Gabby.
And lastly, who said this about you? He's so far up himself he can see the back of his teeth.
It could be any one of 12 people. Or 13, because I might have said that about myself too. Was it Natalie?
You think it was Natalie?
No, it wasn't. Who was it?
Clearly not psychic. It was Sally! Oh!
Hardy, please leave the bot studio immediately.
Hardy, you've got to go. Your time's up. Off you go, darling. Love you. Give up for Hardy, everyone. What a legend. That's all for tonight. A massive thank you to my beautiful panel, my amazing audience as ever, and to you lovely lot watching at home. I'm going to be back here on Monday for finale. I can't believe it's here. Join me straight after the main show with all of our celebrity finalists, plus a few familiar faces. Emma Willis and Luke Kempner are going to be here with your winner. Until then, have a lovely weekend. Night, night.